case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In 1997, an enthralling case revolving around the financial concept of letters of credit was heard by the New York Court of Appeals. The case, Mennen v. J.P. Morgan and Company, presented a difficult situation. Should a bank be obligated to honor a letter of credit if the documentation appeared compliant, but was later found to be fraudulent or inaccurate? The dispute was initiated following a 1991 stock buyout of Mennen Medical. As major shareholders, the plaintiffs sold their shares to a group of investors, facilitating the transaction through promissory notes issued by Mennen itself. To guarantee the success of the procedure, Morgan Guaranty Trust Company, the defendant issuing bank, released irrevocable standby letters of credit to the plaintiffs. These were designed to ensure that Morgan made the necessary payments to the plaintiffs as long as the presented documentation was in order. However, contention arose when Morgan later declared that it had overpaid the plaintiffs by roughly $230,000. The bank petitioned for reimbursement, citing fraudulent draw statements. The plaintiffs, in response, contended that these so-called overpayments were nothing more than negotiated premiums. The lower court's initial ruling lent partial favor towards Morgan's claim. However, the Appellate Division later revised this decision. They affirmed that Morgan possessed no legal claim against the plaintiffs concerning their draws on the letters of credit. The letters of credit were deemed to exist independently of the other contracts associated with the stock buyout transaction. According to the court, Morgan's relationship with the plaintiffs was strictly grounded in these letters. The court then ruled that Morgan had to abide by the doctrine of independent contracts, and thus honor all valid presentations. Despite provisions within the Uniform Commercial Code that allows a bank to contest fraudulent drafts, Morgan's counterclaims were rebuffed due to a merger clause that rendered them moot. This decision left J.P. Morgan bearing the burden of the associated costs. The intriguing case concluded by reinforcing that a bank cannot seek recourse against a beneficiary of a letter of credit for fraud unless the fraud is demonstrable and sustainable.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.